During the day, she's working like a machine, and at night, she's a super mom. Even after little Xiao is asleep, she stays up late but tonight was different. As she was working, she suddenly heard a noise. Following the sound, she dashed to the bathroom and found the faucet dripping. Can you believe it? She didn't even turn on the light. Not thinking too much, Domei turned off the faucet and headed back, but on her way, that strange sound returned. It sounded like someone was furiously scratching tin with their nails. It totally gave her the creeps. When she turned her head, the sound came from the drain. Curiosity got the best of her, and she squatted down to see what was going on. It turned out she was just so exhausted she dozed off while working. Everything was a dream. But it felt so real. The next morning, she got ready for a morning jog, headphones on, walking down the quiet stairs, only to realize she was on the wrong floor. She stumbled down a floor she didn't even know existed. Totally oblivious, she thought she just took a wrong turn. After her jog, she and her daughter visited a shop downstairs to grab lunch and were ready to leave after making their selections. Suddenly, she saw a dazed-looking Zunan, which startled her. After regaining composure, they went to check out together. The shopkeeper cheerfully complimented little Xiao on her looks. Out of politeness, Domei engaged in a little chit-chat. After speaking, the mother-daughter pair returned to their apartment, finding Zunan staring oddly. Domei asked little Xiao, "Can you be home alone for a bit? I need to work." "I'll find you a babysitter in a few days so you won't feel scared," she said, and little Xiao obediently nodded. Domei left for work, and little Xiao was home alone watching TV when she suddenly heard the scratchy sound again. Furious, she walked over, only for a ghostly figure to appear behind her. She turned around, and there was nothing there. Just as little Xiao pondered this, the door creaked open mysteriously. Kids really have no fear, she thought nothing of it and opened the door, stepping into the empty corridor. But just as she was closing the door, she spotted a little boy appearing in the corner. The boy turned and walked away. Then over on the other side, Domei's boss announced they secured a new project. As a thank you for everyone's hard work, they were having a party that night. Domei wished she could be with her daughter, but the call of food was hard to resist, so she reluctantly joined the party. After dining, it was deep into the night when Domei shakily made her way home. Arriving at the door, she realized she forgot her keys and had to call out to little Xiao in the dark to let her in. The door opened to reveal a stranger and a little boy. Domei quickly apologized. "I had too much to drink and knocked on the wrong door." She trotted up another floor back to her own home, where little Xiao opened the door for her. Seeing little Xiao looking upset, Domei consoled her, promising to never come home so late again. But Domei, the ultimate workhorse, sat down again to work on her computer, poring over design drafts. She started hallucinating, feeling like she was in a dilapidated hallway with a heavy, eerie atmosphere. Totally confused, she walked forward until a marble rolled under her feet. Domei blankly picked it up to examine it closely. Through the reflection of the marble, she spotted a woman standing ahead. At the sight of her, her thoughts snapped back to reality. Turned out, this was just another nightmare from being overworked. When dawn broke, Domei still left little Xiao at home. She left for work, and while riding the elevator to the 3rd floor, a dazed-looking bad boy entered. It turns out he also lived in the same building, making the atmosphere in the elevator suddenly awkward. Then the bad boy spoke up. He told Domei, "Could you keep your kid quiet? I live in 304 downstairs, and your kid is always making noise, keeping me from getting any sleep." Domei was puzzled and a bit annoyed, telling the bad boy that her daughter was usually quite quiet and couldn't possibly be that loud. The bad boy walked away without answering. That evening after work, Domei asked Xiao, "Were you noisy at home?" Little Xiao exclaimed, "Not at all. It's actually noisy downstairs. I can hear strange sounds if I lie on the floor." Domei leaned down to listen and indeed heard a woman screaming, but something felt off. After all, the one living below was the bad boy. Why was there a woman's voice? She didn't think much about it. The bad boy is just bad, see who knows if he was telling the truth. The next morning, Domei called a babysitter, reminding little Xiao to behave and that she would try to return soon. After that, she drove to work peacefully but accidentally bumped into someone downstairs. In her mind, all she could think was be careful when going downstairs. Domei stayed silent, letting the babysitter treat her as a queen, neither cooking nor caring for the child. Babysitter even shamelessly made little Xiao go buy eggs downstairs, and girl had no choice but to agree. Little Xiao went to the shop and bought the eggs, greeted warmly by the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper said, "Little Zai is such a good kid. She's always eager to help her mom. He even gave her a nice pop when she left. Only good kids get treats." However, little Zai faced a hazardous journey home. It was all fresh and thrilling until she encountered some terrifying shenanigans. Don't forget to subscribe.